Is there anything else that you feel that you're really, really proud of having built? Because it seems like you approach your philanthropy almost like you would approach a business. You're building something that is then growing and able to be sustained over time.
So it was a few years before we started Acton, and the boys came to us and they said, we don't want to do a lemonade stand again. We want to have people come and show their businesses. Kids like us start their businesses, and we want to provide some tables, and we're going to sell things to people. And we're like, well, that sounds like fun. So we put some tables out. I think we had 7, our 2 boys and 5 other people showed up with, their businesses. And then we forgot about it. And someone said, well, you're going to do it again. Because everybody in the neighborhood had fun. So we had it again. And this time we had 14 booths. And then we thought, well, we'll have it a 3rd year. That was kind of fun. We'll make it a tradition. We're big on traditions in our family. The next year, there were 28. And then 56. And then 112. And suddenly we had 200 booths. With these young entrepreneurs showing up selling to 5,000 people. It was only then that I thought the single best thing that we've done in entrepreneurship, and at this point I was spending millions of dollars on the Acton MBA, and we had, by this point we'd started Acton Academy. But the single best thing we had was the Acton Children's Business Fair, which was named, by the way, we had all these fancy names, and 7-year-old Charlie said, why don't we call it what it is, a children's business fair? Like, yeah, that sounds like right. But the single best thing we had done, we paid no attention to. So we started actually offering a kit where people could build more of these. And we just passed our 1,000th fair. We've served 50,000 young people. And that entire operation has 1 employee. I think it's the single most powerful thing we'll do. We'll be soon at 1,000 fairs a year, serving 100,000 young people a year at a cost of about $30 a participant.
Why? That's amazing.
It's amazing. I'm amazed by that, right? I think you can teach, you can teach, you can teach. It's not the same as learning. And so I think the power of the Children's Business Fair, one of the few rules we have is no adults can teach anything. There can be no instruction involved in it, can't have it at a school, because the only way to destroy the entrepreneurial spirit in people is to have someone who doesn't understand it try to teach it to you. It's best learned in the trenches, trying to sell one thing at a time. And Charlie and Sam say the best thing about the business fair isn't learning business economics or how to open a checking account. It's learning to speak to an adult, and shake their hand and have the courage to talk with them as if you were on the same plane. Not the same age, not the same wisdom, but if you're selling them as a customer, there is a sense of equalness there, and having the courage to actually look at an adult in the eye and speak to them. So anyway, I think the fair is the most amazing thing about them is just how, with that same idea of the customer listening to the children, building in a modular way and then seeing it take off. It's just been incredible.